Hello. Wait, no, I can do it. Hello. My name is Jordan Hannon from Crazy Comics and Friends, and this is the third fucking time I'm recording this. It's a fucking shit show. So I'm not gonna fuck around and explain the whole fucking story. I'm just gonna go straight into Batman Last Night on Earth with my boy, Isaiah. Say hi, boy.
Hello. Hello.
Isaiah's is a little bitch. He doesn't know much about Batman. Ugh, Batman. Batman. I just flashed myself. Anyway. So, okay, just a little insight. Scott Snyder, beautiful man. I'd fuck the shit out of him if I could. I would fuck Isaiah's too.
What?
Hello. It is a great read. Last Night on Earth. It's a 3-part miniseries. It is also a DC Black Label, which means it's mainly meant for adults because a lot of fucked up shit happens in this comic. And it's 3 parts. It isn't really per se in continuity, but at the same time it is, which is confusing. I know. So basically, it's Scott Snyder's way of saying, hey, what if Batman was in like a Mad Max kind of scenario? Which is really interesting because Batman gets into a lot of fucked up shit in this. And so, Isaiah, who's your favorite DC character?
I actually don't know many. It's like I know their names, but I'm not super knowledgeable on them to pick a favorite, if that makes sense.
Mm.
The only ones that I know, quote unquote, a lot about is Superman, Batman, a bit of Wonder Woman, a little bit of Green Lantern too.
Yeah.
I know some of the Flash, and those are pretty much the only ones I can think of right now.
All right. Well, mine would have to be Green Lantern. Well, Batman first. Batman's like my OG guy. I have a little collection going over here, but Batman he's a beautiful man. I would just to him. But anyway,
Okay.
You saw nothing, children. It's written by Scott Snyder's, and fucking the artwork done by Greg Capullo is just phenomenal. He's done a lot of great DC stuff. And so it begins with Batman tracking something, and that something is every day for the last 363 days, someone's been drawing a little outline on different parts of Gotham. And Batman saw that because, he's fucking Batman and he has satellites and shit. Because he's Batman. And it's an outline of a dead bat, a dead Batman. And Alfred's just like, I don't feel good about this, Master Bruce. I don't trust this. And he's like, nah, I'm fine. I'm Batman. What if that's an excuse for everything? You can't fight Superman. Oh yeah.
I'm Batman.
Batman.
I find a way.
I am vengeance. He's just like, it could be like, the way that they make Batman is like, he's way too overpowered these days, I feel.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, for basically being someone who would belong in the Watchmen universe.
Yeah.
Which, do you know the difference between DC and the Watchmen universe?
Watchmen sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar.
Watchmen is basically, it's like more in our world, like the real world, where there's only one superhuman, that's Dr. Manhattan. The rest are just normal, like, people who know how to fight, like street vigilantes. Batman would be perfect in the Watchmen universe, where DC is basically, I remember in Doomsday Clock, they said something about 75% of America's population is superhumans, which is crazy to think, right?
I guess we're the 30%.
Yeah. And then the 30% are just normal people who are just like, oh, I didn't get any fucking powers. Fuck. And then Batman's over here like, I got money. I don't know if that helps. I'm super rich. I bought out Facebook. So Batman reaches the site, and it's a little kid, and it's in Crime Alley. So basically, do you know what Crime Alley is? This is just for you. I'm asking you personally. Do you know what Crime Alley is? Think through all your Batman lore.
Crime Alley? It sounds like an alley that crime is committed.
It's the alleyway where Bruce Wayne's parents were killed.
Yeah.
It's called Crime Alley. Which,
convenient name.
Robot Chicken did a little sketch on it. It's like, fucking... It's like, why can't we go to the Rainbow Alley? Because crime alleys would be a lot cooler. But if we go through Rainbow Alley... It's like, no, we're going to Crime Alley.
Oh,
and
God.
Bruce was like, but Rainbow Alley...
Rainbow Alley.
But his dad just like, suck it up, be a man, and then he gets shot. But anyway...
Oh, God.
What's worse? You're just too lazy to fucking go around the building, so you have to take a shortcut to your car, ending up traumatizing your child for the rest of their lives, basically dooming Gotham.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Batman saves Gotham, but no. Freaking a quote from Christopher Nolan's Batman that Jim Gordon says. He's like, oh, with Batman around, that means criminals are going to be carrying like heavier equipment. Instead of pistols, they'll be carrying machine guns around and robbing people.
Because it's Batman.
Yeah. So basically his way of saying is Batman's is making the crime worse in a way.
And if Batman leaves, they're just left with criminals with heavy weapons now.
Yeah. Or criminals would really like, they're saying is like Joker. Joker's a prime example. In fucking, I like to say Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, which I think I did a video about this 2 years ago. It takes an older Batman who's like 65. He retires. He's only had one Robin in this universe, which basically Batman retires after one of his Robin dies. And he's just like, I've had enough. Instead of like that meme you sent me, it was like after one of his one of his Robin dies, casually approach children.
Just casually approach child.
So instead of basically finding a new Robin, Batman quits. He's like, I've had enough. And he quit for 10 years. And he's 65 now. And they never said, in the first book, they never say which Robin died or how he died. But all we know is Robin
died.
Yeah, just in the second book we do find out that it was Dick Grayson, but then also Dick Grayson didn't die and that he somehow survived, and now he's like a serial killer.
Jeez.
Which I'm like, bro, you could have been Nightwing, but no.
You either die or live long enough to see yourself become.
Which basically, it's like he basically took Jason Todd's kind of story, where Jason Todd, like, Batman thought he was dead, but Jason Todd wasn't dead, and he became Red Hood.
Red Hood. The name sounds very familiar.
He's Red Hood. You've played Arkham Knight, right?
I actually haven't.
Oh,
unfortunately.
So, anyway, Crime Alley. Wow, we really got out of the topic.
Yeah.
Fuck, I mean, it's still Batman. So basically, he goes with this kid. This kid, we find out this is basically a trap. So Alfred was right. Always listen to the British old guy. He's always right. And somehow Batman gets shot and he blacks out. And he wakes up in Arkham Asylum. And the thing that's interesting is they made us, it's basically what they did with Moon Knight, which they made us believe that, well, they were trying to make us believe that Bruce Wayne went crazy. Like, he somehow manifested Batman in his head. And that Batman isn't real. And, like, we see, like, the nurses and patients. Like, there's a patient that resembles Two-Face. there's a doctor that looks a lot like Joker. And then Alfred's just like, dude, you need to let Batman go. He's not real. You are not Batman. And then he pulls out Batman's bat suit, which is basically a ripped up straitjacket and just a helmet that he took from a electric strap. And that's when I was just like, holy fuck, I see where they're going with this.
What I think is going is like, are they trying to trick him?
Yeah.
To thinking that he was never Batman?
Yep. Exactly what they're doing. Well, that's Alfred was trying to trick him because we really find out that Bruce Wayne blacked out for a few years, and then somehow, basically, the apocalypse happened, and basically the hospital is basically all a hologram. None of it's real. Alfred was just trying to protect Batman. He's like, none of this is real, sir. I was trying to protect you. You need to let Batman go. And Bruce Wayne, being Batman, you already know Batman's one of the smartest people in the world. He's like, no way all of that was fake. I have scars to prove it. And, so yeah, and then we turn out Alfred was, also a hologram. He takes off his hologram and he's, like, a lot older. So that really tells you how much time has passed.
Wow.
Which, I'm just going to leave this right here because the video is also getting long. But I'm just saying Batman looks like he's in his late 20s. And this is really going to question whether he's a real Batman or not. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be towards the end of the story. So Batman goes out. It really does like this cool thing. I'm just going to show everyone in the picture. It really like Batman's outfit, his straitjacket, makeshift Batman outfit is amazing. Like, Isaiah, can you see my video right now?
Yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah.
That's his makeshift Arkham outfit.
Dang.
Which, it looks fucking cool. Also, that's Joker's head.
Huh.
Joker's somehow alive. He's just a headless thing.
How did he manage to stay alive?
Never really mentioned. Probably some kind of fucking magic.
He's Batman. He finds a way.
Yeah, he's Batman. And when he was in a hospital, when they're trying to make him believe that he wasn't Batman, Batman's like, oh well, if none of this is real, if I've been locked up ever since I was a kid, how do I know how to fight? Like, how do I know all these things? Like, I could break your bones 70 different ways in the sitting position. Because Batman, he's Batman. Batman knows, it's said to believe that he knows every form of combat out there.
Damn.
Which, it's really fucking cool.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
I mean, Batman also is the oldest superhero out there because, he became Batman when he was 34, 37. Which most superheroes you think starts in their early 20s at least.
Right? Or teenager years somehow.
Spider-Man, yeah. Actually, Spider-Man's one of the only teenager superheroes that's really popular. Besides the Robins.
Yeah, I think so.
But, so anyway, so we get into that. Batman escapes this hologram world, and it's a wasteland. There's nothing. We have mutants, people, some sort of they mutated somehow. And we get the best thing ever. We get Joker in a headless Joker in a lantern. And he's like, hey Bats, good to see you again. I would hug you, but got nothing there. And I'm only covering book 1 in this. This video is getting too long. Or maybe book 2 too. But it's just Joker's reaction's oh, I thought you were dead. Because we don't know why at this point, but everyone blames Batman for what happened to the world. We're gonna find out because the Birds of Prey capture Batman because he was getting attacked, and they came to rescue him, and they're like, "We're gonna kill you now because of you. You fucked the world up." What? Thank God Wonder Woman is there because she's basically it's like a resistance kind of thing. She's basically the leader of all this shit, and she's just like, Bruce, because of you, the world ended. So I don't know why, but I'm thinking probably because like fucking knowing Batman, he probably would have found a way to stop it, whatever happened.
True. And since he wasn't awake, he couldn't.
But I'm just gonna say the spoiler. Okay, I'm just gonna jump to book 3. Okay, so book 1 ended with Batman basically getting his suit back. Wonder Woman's just like, "Hey, how are ya?" He's like, "What's up, my dude?" You get a bunch of Green Lantern babies, which is people's dead bodies, but with Green Lantern rings. And so basically, the Lantern rings are controlling the people, and they're attacking. Wonder Woman saves Batman. Wonder Woman just like, "You're not Bruce, but you are Bruce at the same time." Yada yada yada. Because this is all gonna make sense. We get Darkseid's head on a pike, which that means someone was ruthlessly strong enough to kill Darkseid. Which is
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Which is basically the Thanos of the DC universe.
Yeah, I remember hearing that name. Yeah.
And so basically, like, there's a resistance. They're like, "Bruce, come with us. We're moving upwards." And then Bruce is like, "No, I'm gonna find out what happened because I'm Batman."
He's Batman.
And so basically, she has a suit somehow. She has a Batman suit just hidden somewhere. So it ends with Batman saying, "I'm leaving. I'm taking my suit with me. Later, bitch."
Just leaves.
Book 2. And we find out more about like this apocalyptic world. Like everyone's mutated. We get a mutated Bane and Scarecrow, which look at that cover. That cover is beautiful. Oof. Like, God, is it sexy. And so basically book 2, we find out that there's a being who actually, this video is getting too long, guys. I'm going to end it right here, and then another day I'll make part 2. Isaiah, are you cool with that?
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. You guys will see me and Isaiah in the next video. Right now, it's started becoming 20 minutes. It's getting too long.
Dang, 20 minutes already?
Yeah. You've been talking to me for the past 45 minutes because I had to fucking keep editing it. I liked how I was just like, "Hey, Isaiah, can I take 15 minutes of your time?" 1 hour
3
later.
hours later.
So, hey, guys. You guys will see me and Isaiah hopefully in another video, maybe next week, dropping it. And thanks for watching. Later, guys.